Val, would you do the honors? Sure thing, boss. I am Val the narrator, here to tell you that Bugsy is about to let loose some spoilers. Now, seriously, if you see this video and you haven't yet read the comic yet, read the comic. Me, because seriously, we won't be held responsible if you see the spoiler. Again, we're gonna put it in the title. We're going to put it in the description. We're gonna put it in the tags that this is a spoiler. We'll actually give you guys a minute. Pause this video. We'll give you a minute. Hey Val. Yeah. I mean, yes. Sorry about that. You actually used your actual voice for a minute. Well, this is my voice. But sorry about you basically not being able to catch. Yeah, I know. But trust me, man, I'm not mad about that. Yeah. Well, still wish you could have been there for my wedding. Sorry, Val. I had to see which multiverse they were in. And it was just a big ordeal, man. Actually, my hair, my old silver hair is starting to turn a little grayish because of all the worry. Can't you fix that? Yeah, I can, but still, and I have, but it's like it happens whenever I'm stressed. you know. But hey, we'll talk about this later. A minute has already passed. Oh, about 2 minutes. All right, let's start this sucker up. Val, will you still be here when I'm done? Sure, I'm your narrator after all. Okay, now we can actually get to the speculative side of this. You're not going to see this until like Sunday, so I'm not really going to release it now. Just thought I'd give you a heads up. This is after Sonic puts Sally in the roboticizer. Sonic is really wondering if it actually worked. Sonic is basically overjoyed and happy. But Sally is still dealing with the shock of when she got roboticized. That's what this is. Or I think maybe when she got shot. Maybe when she got shot. Maybe she remembers that too. Then she starts to remember what she said as Mecha Sally, which were all sad things. But you notice in this panel, they don't even say a word to each other. All they do is sort of embrace. Because this whole ordeal was hard on both of them. And, Bugs, you mind if I say a few things? Sure, Val, go right ahead. It's all you, buddy. Well, as I see it, Sally and Sonic have a pretty good relationship because, honestly, this is some deep emotional stuff they went through. You know, Sally did some bad things, almost destroyed New Metropolis. Sonic, even though Mecha Sally said all these real hurtful, hateful things, he knew it wasn't really her. And right now, they're just embracing. But that's all they can do. No words can really put in. No words can really say how sad what just happened. All they're doing right now is just holding each other by the hand. and just hoping that they can get out of this okay. They can move past it. Yep. Sonic, you know, Sally probably did scream in this one panel right here. A little bit in this panel. And there you see the realization of everything and on each other. Now, will Sally and Sonic get together after this? I think it's going to be a really long road for her to really recover after everything she did. But yes, they'll be together. And I know you Sonic fans probably hating this like nobody's business. But we could say, fuck you, it's what we want. But at the end of the day, Sally in the Archie comics has pretty much made peace with the fact that Sonic loves Sally. Neither any of you can't really make peace with that. Now, some of you will probably make videos of how much you guys hate Sally still, and say how we shove her down your throats, or how you watch my video and I shove her down your throat. Y'all have Amy and every other thing. We only have this. Okay? We only have this. You know? And probably you guys got probably a whole bunch of fan comics with freaking you have the one of the comics where Sonic Boom Sonic and Amy get together and have a kid. But seeing Sonic and Sally in this kind of emotionally drained state speaks a lot to their relationship. Because in my mind, Sonic will always love Sally, no matter what. No matter what comes their way, no matter what happens, it's always going to be them. It's always going to be them together. And some of you Sonic fans may give me a whole bunch of dislikes because y'all think I'm just being a Son Alley fan, but and you could be right about that a little bit, but you don't know how long I've wanted to see this, how long I've wanted to see them be together. You know? Because this is one of the OTPs that may have had a few. This is one of the ships that may have had a rocky ending at first. But when it came back, it came back. And seeing this, seeing this right here gave me hope for the future. Because finally, after all this time, they're finally together. I don't know what Ian was gonna make her gay for Nicole, and I have no problem with that. Part of me insert pervert joke here. But the other half wanted me to at least see where they would go together. You know. Because Sonic and Sally being together is like seeing that happen and seeing them finally, because they were coming back together before all this stuff happened after their debacle with the Iron Queen, and they even went on a date together, which I will talk about that when we get to it. Which I was even more happy to see that, but to see them come out of this and hopefully come out of this even stronger than they were before, well, that's amazing. And sure, some of you Sonic fans, maybe even true love hearts, might actually come down and be like, Sally, oh my god, I wanted a moment between Sonic and Amy. Oh, yeah, I must have a real true mode with Sonic and Amy now. Yes. What was that laugh about? Boss, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Oh man. Anyways, I'll do that again. I don't think I can. I think that was like a spur of the moment kind of thing. Oh, okay. Like personally, we only have we only have Sonic and Sally together in this comic. Okay? Y'all have Amy and everything else. Y'all have Amy in every other iteration of Sonic to date. Okay? Let us have this. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, before you guys say, and also, Zakamaru joins in. Before you say that, and before you say that you hate Sally, you hate her for this and that, you bring up all the freaking points that Bugsy has talked about back in, back in 2007, back in 2017 when he made that video. Know this, you guys, you guys are always going to be butthurt, mad, and jealous that Sally came first. Sally will always be the person who came first, whether you like that or not. And no amount of hate, no amount of videos, no amount of you purposely trying to erase her from history is never going to change the fact that Sally was the first one for Sonic. Y'all may think, oh, well, they have different personalities and they, in real life, they would basically hate each other. Like, how do you even know? How do you fucking even know? Personally, Sonic needs Sally in a way. They complement each other. That's more than I can say about Amy. I'm not talking about Archie Amy. I'm talking about regular. I'm talking about regular Amy before they made her cool. You know, to, to me, Amy was always. To me, Amy will always be. Before they made her a little bit like how she is in Boom, they made her because Sonic X and Sonic Heroes, she's literally dependent on Sonic. She can't even really in Sonic X, she can't even function without Sonic. She's like, I need you, Sonic. Sonic GX really showed the really darker side of what Amy would technically be and what she would, Sally being in the picture, how would that be, and all this other stuff. Although we'll never see what happened to Sonic GX because, Hurricane 360 will never do another one. But yeah, you know, heck. If I was Sonic, I would actually choose Sally just because. Because they've been through a lot of shit together. They've seen their old home get destroyed and be taken over by Robotnik, and they work together to make sure that that will never happen again. Because as long as they're together, as long as they got the freedom fighters, something like that will never happen again. But hey, I'm just a fan, and I'm finally happy to see that Sonic and Sally are back and are back together. And trust me, I would have been fine if this didn't happen yet. I'd have been fine if they just kind of kept Mecha Sally kind of as an entity for a while longer. But the fact that they did this now, which means the shift in the story will change now, and we can free ourselves up to other things. is even greater because now we get to see them back to back to where it was after back to the way it was before freaking the Death Egg Mark II happened, before the Genesis Wave happened, before Worlds Collide happened. I get to see all the characters that I loved and still love. Sonic, to me, in this arc, was his most vulnerable because we really get to see how he really didn't want to fight Sally, but he had to. He had to. He had to put his own feelings aside. Hell yeah, and those of you who say, "Oh, but Sally said all this mean shit to Sonic," it's Mecha Sally, you boobs. Seriously, Mecha Sally is the one who says it because robotization happens, and basically the person's aware that they're roboticized and this shit is happening, but they can't do nothing about it. And even the most strongest person can't fight roboticization. Yeah. Yeah. We kind of picture it as you're watching yourself on TV and all this shit is happening. But you being in front of the TV, you can't really stop yourself from saying or doing these things. You just gotta sit there and watch. So yes. We acknowledge that, but if any of you wanna talk about Sally, me and my boys here, we will freaking dispute you. We will freaking debate you into the ground with fact. I'm go. We can go. Like any of you Sonic Amy fans want to go, we can go. And I mean debating. I mean actually, I don't know, building up your case or actually trying to debate why Amy is the better pick for Sonic. Because you know what? I don't want to fight any of you like I used to back in the old days. I want to debate. That's what I want. And if you want to throw down, we can throw down. While I'm stuck on this little last image right here, because it embodies everything these two went through. And that will never change. Sure, you guys may think that the Archie comics is weird because you heard Nyla Wynn say something about it, but it isn't if you actually can understand it. But Bugsy Nagas is still king though, and he still possessed Jeffrey St. John. I knew on Sakamaru shit. Can you just give me this? Okay, Bugsy. God damn. Don't be like our sister, okay? Don't be freaking killing our buzz. Killing my buzz. Yeah. But it was good seeing the Secret Freedom Fighters again, wasn't it? Oh yeah, man. I like the concept of the Secret Freedom Fighters because they're kind of like they're kind of like what they're kind of like if the Totally Spies had like dudes and chicks in it. Just agents doing what they can. Because like I said, the Secret Freedom Fighters can't. The Freedom Fighters now split up into Team Freedom and Team Fighter. Can't really fight Nagas. It would be treason. Even though Nagas basically took over with the really shady methods, using the purple chaos and what he has on his staff as his way of just persuading everybody to take over.
But yeah. But you probably want to know, but some of you probably want to know, because some of you probably will ask me later, how would Bugsy the Hedgehog, how would Bugsy the Hedgehog feel about this? I think at this point in Bugsy the Hedgehog's life, he would just let Sonic be with Sally. There'd be no fighting, there'd be no nothing. He'd just be happy that she's back. You know, he'd be the character that really wouldn't be with anybody. He'd probably be with Amy at a certain point. But at that point, he'd just be too happy to not do anything and just be like, okay, we got that settled finally, and I'm pretty happy about it. Now we deal, and now we deal with. He's like, now we deal with Mr. Poached Egg himself, like the good old days. Would Bugsy the Hedgehog be the leader of the Freedom Fighters, though? Since everybody's been split up into teams, I would say no. He'd just be kind of. He wouldn't want to like. At the same time, he would be in his workshop because he wouldn't want to. He like he'd like. I feel like when Nagas would be king, like he basically makes a big old outburst saying that all this shit is crazy, and the fact that we're letting this villain who's tried to kill me and Sonic more than once and you all just y'all want to just make him king because we couldn't be there to help you when the Iron Queen was attacking. We had to do other things before we could go back to save the Iron Queen. Everybody boos him off stage, and even Ash Mongoose gives him a glare, and like Bugsy Hedgehog glares at him back. He's like, Ash, I will punch. I will punch you. I will chaos punch you in the next week. So revert your glare. He just goes back to his workshop, toiling away, and helping the others make that de-roboticizer. In a way, it'd be his way of atoning for everything that he did, while making the roboticizer. Yeah, but that's how I see it. Eh, not saying I would love to insert my character into this because this Archie Sonic is perfect enough. He doesn't really need Bugsy the Hedgehog. And in Sonic Freedom Fighters, he kind of does. But hey, I'm done here. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm good. And we're going to move on. So I'll see you guys later.